The Trump administration screwed up big time. They screwed the pooch on their foreign policy and texting policies vis-a-vis Yemen, and The Atlantic is reporting on it, and partisan hack Republicans are coming out to defend them. The Hill reports Mike Johnson on Monday dismissed any potential disciplinary action for National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth after news broke that the pair and other Trump administration officials discussed plans for an attack against Houthi rebels in Yemen on a text chain that mistakenly included the editor-in-chief for The Atlantic. Asked by The Hill if Waltz, who apparently added The Atlantic's Jeffrey Goldberg to the group chat on Signal, and Hegseth, who according to Goldberg shared the sensitive details ahead of the offensive, should be disciplined, Johnson responded, "No, of course not. The administration, as I understand, I just was with the president in the Oval Office just now. The administration is addressing what happened," Johnson said when asked if he was concerned about the report. "Apparently, an inadvertent phone number made it onto that thread. They're going to track that down and make sure that doesn't happen again." You know, sometimes a good way to make sure that bad things like this don't happen again is to discipline the people. Even if you don't fire them, discipline them. They might tend to act better if they're disciplined. Would you really be saying that there is no need for disciplinary action? Quote, "Of course not." If this were a Democratic administration, Mike Johnson, get out of here with this partisan hackery. Pressed on whether it was irresponsible of top-level national security officials to talk on a text chain and not in a facility designed to safeguard sensitive information, Johnson responded, "I'm not going to characterize what happened." Well, dude, you probably should. There are some things that need to be characterized. There are some things that we need to criticize. Even John Bolton, of all people, was out on CNN saying, you need to do this stuff in person, not over text. So yeah, he was saying it could have even broke the law. He doesn't know. He was specifically asked. He doesn't know. But yeah, this is a big problem, dude. Quote, "Clearly, I think the administration has acknowledged it was a mistake and they'll tighten up and make sure it doesn't happen again," he added. The White House has sounded a similar note when it comes to their confidence in Waltz and Hegseth, saying the president still has faith in the pair's ability to carry out their roles. As President Trump said, the attacks on the Houthis have been highly successful and effective. President Trump continues to have the utmost confidence in his national security team, including National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told The Hill in an emailed statement. Goldberg published a story Monday afternoon detailing his experience being added to a group chat on Signal, an encrypted messaging device full of high-level national security officials that discussed the administration's plans to attack the Houthis in Yemen. Goldberg said he received a connection request from a House user named Michael Waltz on March 11th, was added to a group chat called Houthi PC Small Group on March 13th, which Waltz appeared to have created, and witnessed discussions about the attack plans over the next 2 days. Vice President Vance, Secretary Rubio, Director of National Intelligence Gabbard, and CIA Director John Ratcliffe are believed to have been included in the group as well based on the names of user accounts. At 11:44 a.m. on March 15th, Hegseth sent the group operational details about the Yemen strikes, which Goldberg said he would not quote from because the information contained in them, if they had been read by an adversary of the U.S., could conceivably have been used to harm American military and intelligence personnel, particularly in the broader Middle East Central Command's area of responsibility. Yeah. Good job, Pete. Good job, Mike. Holy cow. This is what happens when you appoint a Fox News bobblehead who doesn't know anything to Secretary of Defense. We were all mocking him relentlessly. I said, look, it's not a good omen. He seems like a neocon and he seems like a Trump loyalist. That's a bad idea. I also emphasized, and this is probably less important than the neocon and the Trump loyalist thing, but he's just not that bright. He's just not that bright. And lo and behold, he does something that's not that bright. Something, as John Bolton said, that was unimaginable. And, you know, we all know Mike Johnson would say that if this were a Democratic administration, they deserve to be disciplined, and maybe the Democratic president should be impeached. Because as Goldberg pointed out here, this is stuff that an adversary could use against the United States. Like, really, you're jeopardizing the country here with this clownishness, this buffoonish oafishness. Man, they've got a lot of work to do. Trump's got a lot of work to do. And he's not going to do it, though. He's not going to get better. He's going to get worse. Let me know what you think about this story in the comments below. Like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. This has been the More is the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.